Dear students, now in this session we shall discuss the second most important basic concepts of economics, that is utility, which is very much vital from every economic understanding and analysis. I am Sri Sarath Kumar Swai, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Economics, KBDF College, Nirakarpur. Now we will focus on utility. So what is utility according to the common meaning? Utility in the common language means usefulness. If a commodity is having usefulness, then ordinarily people think that it has utility. But in economics, the meaning is something different. Here in economics, the want satisfying capacity of a particular commodity is called utility. You see, water. It has utility because one can quench thirst with water. So water possesses the capacity to fulfill a particular want, that is the thirst, to fulfill the thirst. Likewise, pen has utility because with it one can write. Thus, if a service satisfies a human want, it is said to possess utility. So, utility is a capacity or a power which is found inside the commodity through which the want of a person can be satisfied. That is called utility. If a commodity does not possess utility, if a thing does not have utility, then it cannot satisfy human want. And in economics, we cannot consider such thing as goods or services. For example, take the case of a rotten egg. A rotten egg has no utility as it does not satisfy human want. So it cannot be considered as a commodity or goods or anything else in economics. So however, we should remember that utility is not the same as usefulness. Wine is not useful. It cannot give benefit to the user, though it has utility. It satisfies the want of a person who drinks it. Similarly, take the case of opium, cigarette, etc. We usually never recommend these things to consume to our people because the users will never get any benefit, rather it harms their health. So it has no usefulness, but in economics they possess utility on the ground that they satisfy human wants. So the term utility is used in economics without having moral significance. That means whether a commodity is morally acceptable, ethically acceptable or not, it does not matter. If it satisfies human want, then it possesses utility. We have given the example, you see, wine, opium, cigarettes, they are of no use or usefulness, but as they satisfy human wants, they possess utility. So let us see some of the important things which are associated with the utility, which we call the characteristics of utility. Utility and pleasure, they are not same. Utility is different from pleasure. That means utility, pleasure, they are not synonyms. You see, a commodity may possess utility, but it may not give pleasure. For example, you see, quinine does not give pleasure to the patient, but it has certain utility. It has the capacity to satisfy human want. It recovers the person from the disease. The patient would be free from malaria by taking quinine, so it has utility. But at the time of taking quinine, one never feels pleasant or happy. So, utility and pleasure are two different things. Next, utility and satisfaction are two different things. So, utility and satisfaction, they are not same. A commodity possesses utility and then gives satisfaction. So, utility is the cause and satisfaction is the effect. So, utility is found with the commodity, and the moment we consume it, we get it. Then we arrive in the next level, which we call as satisfaction. So, utility is primary and satisfaction is secondary. Again, utility is a subjective concept. It means utility can be felt only at the mental stage. I mean, at the mindset. So, utility differs from person to person for this reason. That means utility is not the same or equal for all the people. For example, a non-vegetarian derives utility from fish and meat, and to the vegetarians, fish and meat have no utility. Thus, utility is not an absolute and inherent quality of object. It is associated with the minds of the consumer. So, it can be only felt at the minds of the consumer. And this kind of a feeling differs from person to person. Then utility may be cardinal or ordinal. It means that utility can be ordinarily or can be measured in a ordinal way, and it can be measured in the cardinal way. Again, so far as ordinal measurement is concerned, we can say that the first one gives me more utility or the second one gives me less than the first one. So we can put the utility in an orderly manner. This is what we call the ordinal measurement, first, second, third and fourth. Cardinal measurement is the measurement in terms of quantity that we can express. It is assumed that utility can be measured in quantitative terms. That means the first consumption gives us 10, second consumption gives us 8, third consumption gives us 6. Likewise, utility can be put for utility analysis. Next, we will go for the kinds of utility. Kinds of utility, that means there are 4 types of utility. The first one is form utility. Form utility is created when any matter is arranged or shaped into a desired form for the better satisfaction of a human being. It means when by changing the form of a commodity, that particular commodity is becoming more capable of satisfying human want, then it is called the creation of a form utility. Take the example, when a carpenter makes chair from a wood log, this form utility is created. That means the chair becomes more capable of satisfying human want than the wood log. So by making a chair means creating the farm utility. This type of utility is created in all manufacturing industries. So in manufacturing industry, utility is being added or created to the things. So production is another form of adding utility to the things and making more useful, more capable of satisfying human wants. Next is place utility. This is another form of utility. It means utility created or added due to the change of place of a commodity. So when place changes, if that commodity becomes more capable of satisfying human want, we call it place utility. We can take the example that take the case of wood in the forest. It has little utility or no utility. But when that is transported to the town and things, different furniture are being made, it increases its utility and it is sold at high price. Here also we can take another example. You see, the water in the river has very little utility, but if same water will be brought to town and cities through pipelines, then it will be more capable of satisfying human wants. And same water, due to the change of a place, becomes more satisfying capacity of human wants. So this is called place utility. Due to the change of a place, it happens so. Next is time utility. Time utility is another type of utility creation. When the utility of a commodity increases with the change of time, it is called time utility. The supply of food grains, particularly like rice and wheat, in plenty during the harvest season, and hence their utility is low. And if same rice and wheat will be stored and preserved and carrying them over through time to periods of scarcity like rainy seasons, it adds to their value. Such additional utility is created with them is called time utility. Due to the passage of time, the same item, same product, same commodity becomes more able to satisfy human wants during the scarcity time. So it is due to the change in time. So due to the change in time, the product or the commodity or the goods are more capable of satisfying human wants. So that is why it is called time utility. Then we shall discuss service utility. Service utility, it is created by the personal services. So take the case of the service of lawyers, teachers, doctors, nurses, barbers, washermen, etc. are the examples of this kind of utility. They satisfy our wants and are sold and purchased in the market. Again, I can clarify here that you see the teacher's service is called service utility because when teacher renders service to the students, the same students are more capable of thinking, doing, and they are more useful for the society. So their utility increases. So when doctor gives service to the patients recovers from different diseases. So they are more able or capable. Their utility increases. In the same way, the service of these persons, lawyers, teachers, doctors, nurses, barber, washers, they raise the utility or want satisfying capability of certain things, of certain persons. That is why their services are sold and purchased in the market. Okay, so these are all about what is utility, what are the characteristics of utility, and the types of utility. And in the next analysis, you can find out how utility concept is utilized for the analysis of different laws in economics. Okay.